Chapter 11. The Secrets of Adapha. Begin all acts and thinking by using Al-Kalum the All. Tablet 18. The fire that deals with the luminaries of the skies. 19 times 4 equals 76. Lo. From thence I went to another place, to the west of the ends of Tiamat, the planet Earth, and I saw a burning fire, which ran without resting, and paused not from its course of day or shadow hour, but ran regularly. And I asked, saying, What is this which rests not? Then Raguel, one of the holy Anunnaki who was with me, answered me and said unto me, This course of fire which you have seen is the fire in the west, which persecutes all the luminaries of the galactical heaven. The 7 mountains in the northwest, and the tree of life. And from thence I went to another place in Tiamat, the planet Earth, and he showed me a mountain range of fire, which was burnt from day and shadow hour. And I went beyond it, and saw 7 magnificent mountains, all differing from one another. And the stones thereof were magnificent and beautiful, magnificent as a whole, and of glorious appearance, and fair exterior. 3 towards the east, one founded on one another, and 3 towards the south, one upon the other, and deep rough ravines, no one of which joined with any other. And the 7th mountain was in the midst of these, and it excelled them in height, resembling the seat of a throne, and fragrant trees encircled the throne. And amongst them was a tree such as I had never smelt, neither was any amongst them, nor were others like it. And fragrance, and leaves, and blossoms, and wood wither not forever. And its fruits are beautiful, and its fruits resemble the dates of a palm. Then I said, How beautiful is the tree, and the fragrance! And its leaves are fair, and it blooms over delightful in appearance. Then answered Murdoch, one of the holy and honoured Anunnaki who was with me, and was their leader. And he said unto me, Adapha, why are you asking me regarding the fragrance of the tree? And why do you wish to learn the truth? Then I answered him, saying, I wish to know about everything, but especially about this tree. And he answered, saying, This high mountain which you have seen, whose summit is like the throne of Anu, is his throne, where the Holy Great One, the Eternal Ruler, will sit, when he shall come down to visit the earth with goodness. And as for this fragrant tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it till the day of the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all, and bring everything to its consummation forever. It shall then be given to the righteous and holy. Its fruit shall be for food to the elect. It shall be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of Anu, the eternal ruler. Then shall they rejoice with joy and be glad, and into the holy place shall they enter, and its fragrance shall be in their bones. And they shall live a long life on Tiamat, such as their fathers lived. And in their days shall no sorrow or plague or torment or calamity touch them. Then blessed I the Yahuwah of the Elohim of glory, the eternal ruler, who have prepared such things for the righteous, and have created them, and have promised to give to them. And this is what he taught of wisdom. Homes are made by the wisdom of women, but are destroyed by foolishness. Be honest, and you show that you have reverence for Yahweh the Elohim. Be dishonest, and you show that you do not. A fool's pride makes him talk too much. A wise man's words protect him. Without any oxen to pull the plough, your barn will be empty, but with them it will be full of corn. A reliable witness always tells the truth, but an unreliable one tells nothing but lies. Conceited people can never become wise, but intelligent people learn easily. Stay away from foolish people, they have nothing to teach you. Why is a clever person wise? Because he knows what to do. Why is a stupid person foolish? Because he only thinks he knows. Foolish people don't care if they sin, but good people want to be forgiven. Your joy is your own, your bitterness is your own, no one can share them with you. A good man's house will still be standing after an evil man's house has been destroyed. What you think is the right road may lead to death. Laughter may hide sadness. When happiness is gone, sorrow is always there. Bad people will get what they deserve. Good people will be rewarded for their deeds. A fool will have faith in anything. Sensible people watch their step. Wise people are careful to stay out of trouble, but stupid people are careless and act too quickly. People with hot tempers do foolish things. Wiser people remain calm. Ignorant people get what their foolishness deserves, but the clever are rewarded with knowledge. Evil people will have to bow down to the righteous and humbly beg their favor. No one, not even his neighbor, likes a poor man, but the rich have many friends. If you want to be happy, be kind to the poor. It is a sin to despise anyone. You will earn the trust and respect of others if you work for good. If you work for evil, you are making a mistake. Work and you will earn a living. If you sit around talking, you will be poor. Wise people are rewarded with wealth, but fools are known by their foolishness. A witness saves lives when he tells the truth. When he tells lies, he betrays people. Reverence for the master gives confidence and security to a man and his family. Do you want to avoid death? Reverence for the master is a fountain of life. A ruler's greatness depends on how many people he rules. Without them, he is nothing. If you stay calm, you are wise, but if you have a hot temper, you only show how stupid you are. Peace of mind makes the body healthy, but jealousy is like a cancer. If you oppress poor people, you insult the one who made them, but good people are protected by their integrity. Wisdom is in every thought of an intelligent man. Fools know nothing about wisdom. Righteousness makes a nation great. Sin is a disgrace to any nation. Rulers are pleased with competent officials, but they punish those who fail them. Leadership takes more than power, and the most powerful are never the leader, for they may lead us into battles we cannot win. Tablet 19. Jerusalem and the mountains, ravines and streams. 19 times 4 equals 76. Lo, and I went from thence to the middle of Tiamat, and I saw a blessed place, in which there were trees, with branches abiding and blooming of a dismembered tree. And there I saw a holy mountain higher than this, and between them a deep and narrow ravine. In it also ran a stream underneath the mountain. And I saw towards the east another mountain higher than this, and between them a deep and narrow ravine. In it also ran a stream underneath the mountain. And to the west thereof there was another mountain lower than the former, and of a small elevation, and a ravine deep and dry between them. And another deep and dry ravine was at the extremities of the 3 mountains, and all the ravines were deep and narrow, being formed of hard rock, and the trees were not planted upon them. And I marvelled at the ravine, yea, I marvelled very much. The purpose of the accursed valley. Then said I, for what objects is this blessed land, which is entirely filled with trees, and this accursed valley between? Then Kaukai Uriel, one of the holy Anunnaki who was with me, answered and said, this is accursed forever. Here shall the accursed be gathered together, who utter with their lips against the Adonai unseemly words, and of his glory speak hard things. Here shall they be gathered together, and here shall be their place of judgment. In the last days there shall be upon them a spectacle of righteous judgment, in the presence of the righteous forever. Here shall the merciful bless Anu, the eternal ruler, in the days of judgment over the former. They shall bless him for the mercy, in accordance with which he has assigned them their lot. Then I blessed Yahweh, the Elohim of glory, and sent forth his glory and lauded him gloriously. The further journey to the east. And thence I went down towards the east, into the midst of the mountain range of the desert, and I saw a wilderness, and it was solitary, full of trees and plants, rushing like the copious watercourse which flowed towards the northwest, and it caused clouds and dew to ascend on every side. And thence I went to another place in the desert, and approached to the east of this mountain range. And there I saw aromatic trees, exhaling the fragrance of frankincense and myrrh. And the trees were also similar to the almond tree. And beyond these I went far to the east, and I saw another place, a valley full of water, and therein was a tree the colour of fragrant trees, of such as the mastic. And on the sides of those valleys I saw fragrant cinnamon. And beyond these I proceeded to the east, and I saw other mountains, and amongst them were groves of trees, and there flowed forth from them nectar, which is named Sarara and Galbanum. And beyond these mountains I saw another mountain to the east of the ends of Tiamat, whereon were aloe trees, and all the trees were full of stacte, being like almond trees. and when one burnt it, it smelt sweeter than any fragrant odour. And after these fragrant odours, I looked towards the north. Over the mountains I saw 7 mountains full of choice nard and fragrant trees and cinnamon pepper. And thence I went over the summits of all these mountains, far towards the east of Tiamat, and passed towards the Erythraean Sea, and went far from it, and passed over the angelic being Zutil. And I came to the garden of righteousness, and saw beyond those trees many large trees growing there, and of goodly fragrance, large and very beautiful and glorious, and a tree of wisdom whereof they eat and know great wisdom, and the tree in its height like the pine, and the leaves are like that of the carob tree, and its fruits are like the clusters of the vine, very beautiful, and the fragrance of the tree Phinotratis afar off. Then I said, how beautiful is the tree, and how attractive it looks. Then Raphael, the holy Anunnaki who was with me, answered me and said, this is the tree of wisdom, of which your father, old in years, and your aged mother, who were before you have eaten. They learnt wisdom, and their eyes were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they were driven out of the garden. And from thence I went to the ends of Tiamat, the planet Earth, and saw a great beast, and each differed from the other, and I saw how the birds also differing in appearance and beauty and voice, and one differing from the other. And to the east of those beasts I saw the ends of Tiamat, whereon the heaven rests, and the portals of the heaven open. And I saw how the stars of heaven come forth, and I counted the portals out of which they proceeded. And I wrote down all their outlets of each individual star by itself, according to their number and their names, and their courses and their positions, and their times and their months, as Kalkael, the holy Anunnaki who was with me, showed me. And he showed all things to me, and wrote them down for me. Also their names he wrote for me, and their laws and their companies. Tablet 20. Adapha's journey to the north. 19 times 1 equals 19. Lo! And from thence I went towards the north to the ends of Tiamat, and there I saw a great and glorious device at the ends of the whole earth. And here I saw 3 portals of heaven open up in heaven. Through each of them proceeded north winds. When they blew, there is cold, hail, frost, snow, dew and rain. And out of one portal they blow for good, but when they blow through the other 2 portals, it is with violence and affliction on Tiamat. And from thence I went towards the west to the ends of Tiamat, the planet Earth, and saw 3 portals of heaven open up, such as I had seen in the east, the same number of portals and the same number of outlets. The journey to the south. And from thence I went to the south to the ends of Tiamat, and saw there 3 open portals of heaven, and thence there came dew, rain and wind. And from thence I went to the east to the ends of the great city Nibiru, heaven, and saw there 3 eastern portals of heaven open up, and small portals above them. Through each of these small portals pass El-Najumat, the stars of heaven, and run their course to the west on the path which is shown to them. And as often as I saw, I praised always Anu, and continued to praise Anu, who was wrought great work and glorious wonders, to show the greatness of his work to the Anunnaki, and to the spirits and to men, that they might praise his work and all his creation, that they might see the work of his might, and praise the great work of his hands, and bless him forever. Tablet 21. The Parables. 19 times 1 equals 19. Lo! The second vision which he saw, the vision of wisdom which Adapha, the son of Jarad, the son of Mahalaleel, the son of Canaan, the son of Enos, the son of Seth, the son of Adam saw. And this is the beginning of the words of wisdom, which I lifted up my voice to speak, and say to those which dwell on Tiamat, hear you men of old time, and see you that come after, the words of the Holy One, which I will speak before the Adonai of spirits. It were better to declare to the men of old time, but even from those that come after, we will not withhold the beginning of wisdom. Till the present day, such wisdom has not been given by the Adonai of spirits, as I have received according to my insight, according to the good pleasure of the Adonai of spirits, by whom the lot of eternal life has been given to me. Now 3 parables were imparted to me, and I lifted up my voice, and recount them to those that dwell on Tiamat. Tablet 22. The coming judgment of the wicked. 19 times 1 equals 19. Lo, the first parable, when the congregation of the righteous shall appear, and sinners shall be judged for their sins, and shall be driven from the face of Tiamat, the planet Earth. And when the righteous one shall appear before the eyes of the righteous, whose elect works hang upon the Adonai of spirits, and light shall appear to the righteous, and the elect who dwell on Tiamat, the planet Earth. Where then will be the dwelling of the sinners? And where the resting place of those who have denied the Adonai of spirits? It would have been good for them if they had not been born. When the secrets of the righteous shall be revealed, and the sinners judged, and those that do not praise Anu, driven from the presence of the righteous and the elect. And from that time, those that possess Tiamat, the planet Earth, shall no longer be powerful and exalted, and they shall not be able to behold the face of the holy. For the Adonai of spirits has caused his light to appear on the face of the holy, righteous and elect. Then shall the rulers and the mighty perish, and be given into the hands of the righteous and holy. And henceforward none shall seek for themselves mercy from the Adonai of spirits, for their life is at the end. Tablet 23. The abode of the righteous, and of the elect one, the praises of the blessed. 19 times 2 equals 38. Lo, and it shall come to pass in those days that the elect and holy children will descend from the high heaven, and their seed will become one with the children of men. And in those days Adapha received records of zeal and wrath, and books of disquiet and expulsion. And mercy shall not be accorded to them, says the Adonai of spirits. And in those days a whirlwind carried me off from Tiamat, and set me down at the end of the great city of Nibiru, the heavens. And there I saw another vision, the dwelling places of the holy, and the resting places of the righteous. Here mine eyes saw their dwellings with his righteous Anunnaki, and their resting places with the holy. And they petitioned and interceded and prayed for the children of men, and righteousness flowed before them as water, and mercy like dew upon Tiamat. Thus it is amongst them forever and ever. And in that place mine eyes saw the elect one of righteousness and of faith, and I saw his dwelling place under the wings of the Adonai of spirits, and righteousness shall prevail in his days, and the righteous and elect shall be without number before him forever and ever. And all the righteous and elect before him shall be strong as fiery lights, and their mouths shall be full of blessings, and their lips shall extol the name of the Adonai of spirits, and the righteousness before him shall never fail. There I wish to dwell, and my spirit longed for that dwelling place, and there heretofore have been my portion, for so has it been established concerning me before the Adonai of spirits. In those days I praised and extolled the name of the Adonai of spirits with blessings and praises, because he hath destined me for blessing and glory, according to the good pleasure of the Adonai of spirits. For a long time my eyes regarded that place, and I blessed him and praised him, saying, Blessed is he, and may he be blessed from the beginning and forevermore. And before him there is no ceasing. He knows before the world was created what is forever, and what will be from generation unto generation. Those who sleep not, bless you. They stand before your glory, bless, praise, and extol, saying, Holy, holy, holy is the Adonai of spirits. He filled Tiamat with spirits, and here my eyes saw all those who sleep not. They stand before him, and bless and say, Blessed be you, and blessed be the name of the Adonai forever and ever. And my face changed, for I could no longer behold. Tablet 24. The four Archanunakai Elohim. 19 times 1 equals 19. Lo, and after that I saw thousands of thousands, and tens of thousands times 10,000. I saw a multitude beyond number and reckoning, who stood before the Adonai of spirits. And on the four sides of the Adonai of spirits I saw four presences, different from those that sleep not, and I learned their names. The four Anunnaki who went with me made their names known to me, and showed me all the hidden things, and I heard the voices of those four presences as they uttered praises before the Adonai of glory. The first voice blesses the Adonai of spirits forever and ever, And the second voice I heard blessing the elect one and the elect ones who hang upon the Adonai spirits. And the third voice I heard pray and intercede for those who dwell on Tiamat, and supplicate in the name of the Adonai spirits. And I heard the fourth voice fending off the Satans, and forbidding them to come before the Adonai spirits, to accuse them who dwell on Tiamat. After that I asked the Anunnaki of peace who went with me, who showed me everything that is hidden, who are these four presences which I have seen, and whose words I have heard and written down? And he said to me, the first is Murdoch, the merciful and long-suffering, and the second is rain in the desert, and dew on the thirsty land. Tablet 25, the new heaven and the new earth. 19 times 1 equals 19. Lo, and this is the second parable concerning those who deny the name of the dwelling of the holy ones and of the Adonai spirits, and into the heaven they shall not ascend, and on Tiamat they shall not come. Such shall be not of the sinners, who have denied the name of the Adonai spirits, who are thus preserved for the day of suffering and tribulation. On that day mine elect one shall sit in the throne of glory, and shall try their works, and their soul shall grow strong within them when they see mine elect ones. And those who have called upon my glorious name, then will I cause my elect ones to dwell amongst them, and I will transform Tiamat and make it a blessing and light, and I will cause mine elect ones to dwell upon it. But the sinners and evildoers shall not set foot thereon, for I have provided and satisfied with peace my righteous ones, and have caused them to dwell before me. But for the sinners there is judgment impending with me, so that I shall destroy them from the face of Tiamat. Tablet 26, Adapha tells of himself. 19 times 1 equals 19. Lo, I Adapha was born on the 19th day Bacchus, a day that is calculated in the months of the Cadmanites, who dwell in the land of Cadman, a vast land, later to be called the land of Canaan, stretching from the rivers of Egypt, the White and Blue Nile, unto the rivers of Eridu, the Tigris and the Euphrates. I being the seventh in line from Cadman called Adam, whose son was Seth, whose son was Enos, whose son was Canaan, whose son was Mahalaleel, whose son was Jared, my very own father. I am correctly recorded as Adapha. I was born in the season of corn and grain, the summer season. My mother was Silham. My father was Jared, son of Mahalaleel, who begot me at the age of 65. My horse is Gibtar. He stands strong and rides well, because I care for him in the best way. So he is my helper. I speak with him and he answers me, so I know how all the animals feel. He is one of the horn species. The Anunnaki speak in my head. They guide this very scroll. I revolved around the skies with the Anunnaki for 30 years, and became well acquainted with all their names, and all the names of the disagreeable ones. Gunbuzaram is my home, the house of the bodies of the great ones of the planet Earth. Tablet 27, Motherhood. 19 times 2 equals 38. Lo, Nekeba, by your 22 daughters and your 23 sons, by the ground which you work for your family, by your land which bears your family name, as the sea opens up unto you, that you may drink for all of us. Drink of the water of the secret sea of the galactical heaven, the green water of life. Reject the red water of sin. Rejoice in the clear water of the planet Earth, and avoid the fiery water of the lower world. Each fruit is grown for your family, that you may pick them and feed your young. Each gift is for your family. The sun is your light, the land is your bed, the sea is your bath. This Elionel gave unto you as a gift of love. O Nekeba, has he not considered you? O Nekeba, mate of Cadman, mother of 23 sons and 22 daughters, call out at shadow hour that your secret voice be heard. Sing the song of motherhood, for you are the mother of all life, keeper of Cadman, friend to the Anunnaki, mother of Cadman, called in tones Zakar and in rhythm Adam's children. Cain, called in tones Cain, and in rhythm Cain. Abel, called in tones Abal, and in rhythm Abel. And Seth, called in tones Sheth, and in rhythm Shaith. Labuda, Aklamia, and 40 more, making 45 in all. many sons and many daughters, that you may fill the planet Earth. Of your sons are 23, Cain, Abel, Shaif, Len, Hatif, Rut, Humar, Yahor, Abru, Sali, Kaut, Hatim, Hamar, Duba, Fud, Hakal, Zaid, Abbas, Zikin, Fudan, Suhar, Wadan, and Ahmed, and 22 daughters, Aklamia, Labuda, Lina, Alice, Adela, Bilha, Fukata, Fufu, Amana, Afafa, Afatiu, Fazania, Hamja, Halima, Garda, Naula, Zain, Aktifa, Tamara, Hashifa, Samana, and Kutila. Tablet 28. Cadman meets Israel Enki. 19 times 1 equals 19. Lo! Cadman and Nekeba lived out the remainder of their life at the junction of the two Niles, Sword of the Outer Garden, and Cadman came every year to Becca for his pilgrimage. At the close of Cadman's life, at the age of 130, and his tribe of Adamite of 930 years, for it is said, Adam lived 930 years, and the name Adam amongst the Adamites lived 930 years. O Tammuz, the anointed one of the Anunnaki Elohim, and all of your attributes, which are guidance, your existence is fact beyond any doubt. There is no guidance except the guidance from the elected one, who was elected to guide the children of Cadman the Adamites, who fell and became the children of Seth, Enoshites for 6,000 cycles of Tiamat around Afsu. By you, Anu, the one called Elion Elionel, you have been chosen. To anoint for you are the Anointed One and the Anunnaki Elohim, who came to teach us of you. The Anunnaki of death, Israel, appeared in the form of an unsightly goat and demanded his body. Cadman's body trembled with fear, and he said, Elion Elionel has promised me the life of 1,000 years. You have come too soon. The Anunnaki Israel replied, Have you not granted 70 years of thy life, O Cadman, son of Autumn? Israel drew forth from his beard the parchment in which the contract was drawn and spread it out before him. Once Cadman saw it, he willingly gave up his soul. Seth, the third son of Cadman, washed and buried him in Becca after the Anunnaki Nusku pronounced the blessings with Murdoch as his witness. The same was done for Nekeba the following year. The descendants of Seth held fast to the laws and commandments of Anu for a short period of time, before they began to walk into spiritual sins, losing sight of their responsibilities to their creator and sustainer Anu. Tablet 29. The Cursed Ones. 19 times 1 equals 19. Lo! O seed of Enos, cursed is the seed of Shakar. O seed of Canaan, cursed is the seed of Shaitan. O seed of Mahalaleel, cursed is the seed of Halal. O seed of Jarad, cursed is the seed of Iblis, and cursed is his seed from this day until the end of all days. Cursed be his seed from Gan, the enclosed garden. Cursed be his seed from the tree in it. Cursed be his seed from the galactical heavens. Cursed be his seed from the bodies he resides in. Cursed be him. Cursed be his seed. Cursed be all who befriend him. Cursed be all who befriend his seed. Cursed be him until the day that all will stand before Elion Elionel. He is a liar, and he will always be a liar, so do not listen to him or his seed, male living beings or female living beings, jinn or mortal.